It's the Billy Revolution. It's up to you. Billy Revolution. Here's what you gotta do. The Billy Revolution. A quadrilateral grow. Under your chin, not in the center though. Cause it's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. Billy Revolution. Welcome to the Billy Revolution this week, and it's a beautiful time to be thinking about theater. And this week's show is about the curative and restorative powers of live theater. And the reason it is about live theater is because we have a concern about people and their screens and getting so much of their entertainment and their news and even some of their education from the screen. And we want to take a look at what we're missing out on when we're not going to participate in our communities' theaters and other communities' theaters. Theater is a form of storytelling, that harkens back right to our ancestors sitting around fires and telling each other stories. And the fact that humans learn so much from stories, that narratives are so integral to the ways that we connect with one another, the ways we communicate, the way we share values, the way we share ideas, the way we share love. And one of my concerns is that when we aren't participating in that in live theater scenarios, we are missing out on some of the narratives that may be very important to a culture and a community. They may be ideas that are challenge some assumptions that we have, and they may also challenge some of the ideas and some of the values that are more created with more money, more power, and might have a more Machiavellian purpose. What I mean by that is that people writing plays are often reacting to their norms of society, and they're often making social commentary or just entertaining. But even what we find funny is shaped by the stories we've heard and where we've heard them and how we've heard them and how we've interpreted them. I think that that's really important. So our role as audience member in a live theater situation is so different than our role as audience member in front of a screen, because we are part of the performance. Our energy, our energy, our attitude is paramount to a live performance, and live performance is a symbiotic living a relationship that happens differently every night. That's not possible. That's not possible in most of the ways that we are taking in our information. Certainly, we can Skype and be interactive that way. So that would be an example that would be more theater-like. But in terms of watching movies on Netflix and consuming entertainment and consuming culture that way, it's just a very different experience, because very little is being asked of us except clicking a button and sitting there. And I think that in that process, which is, I'm not entirely against that process, but I think that process becoming our one way of consuming helps us forget that the arts are often participatory in nature. Certainly the performing arts are participatory in nature. Therefore, the audience is being fed as the actors and the audience are both being fed in different ways and in different levels and in different things, but they're both being fed. And I think that it's really important to remember that, and we don't want a generation of people who don't understand that responsibility and all the benefits and all the growth that comes with that responsibility. So I just wanted to talk about just how powerful it can be to get a new idea, a new perspective, see things a new way, because someone has bothered to, some of the greatest minds have bothered to sit down and work out a story that is dramatic and commanding and comedic and gets our entire attention and helps us reevaluate our assumptions, helps us break down barriers and our delusions and distortions. And that doesn't mean we agree with the playwright. It means we're being offered another way to participate on the planet. Like we always hope we are doing here at the Billy Revolution. I hope everyone has a beautiful week and gets out to see a play. It just is life-changing. You and I are quite alike. You drove your car, baby. I brought my bike. You know that it is such a funny game when we pretend we're just the same. Matthew loves books, and Matthew is taking his children down to the independent book seller and helping them also fall in love with books. And they are looking at some lovely children's books, hardcover children's books, and they've decided to buy a couple. And they love the industry. They love the publishing and all those important aspects. Matilda loves books, so she went to Chapters, the people who closed down most of the independent bookstores and ruined the entire publishing industry because they're greedy. They're doing, they're doing the same thing. It's the Billy Revolution. It's up to you. Billy Revolution. Here's what you gotta do. The Billy Revolution. A quadrilateral grow under your chin, not in the center though, 'cause it's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. Billy Revolution.